It looks like a Caribbean paradise. Majestic woodlands bathed in tropical sunshine, but this is a rare sight in Haiti. This is what most of Haiti's landscape looks like today. It suffers from one of the highest rates of deforestation in the world. The majority of the population still depends on charcoal for energy and cooking. That charcoal comes from the ever-shrinking woodlands. It's a vicious cycle, but it can be broken. Haiti may be known for its grinding poverty and natural disasters, but Going Green found seeds of hope and optimism that defies the odds. For most Haitians, daily life is a struggle. More than half of its 10 million people live on less than $1 a day. To think of the environment is simply not an option.
Not far outside Port-au-Prince, we've come to a charcoal market. It's hot, dry, and dusty, and this is one of the industries that's responsible for much of the deforestation here in Haiti, because charcoal is the main source of energy for most of the population here. Each one of these bags can go for about $15 US, and it's estimated that much of the 30 million trees that are cut down each year is to supply this industry.
Surrounded by a treeless landscape, charred remains are sold mostly for cooking. People here do not know any better, and there is no affordable alternative. Losing trees has a cascade effect, literally. Since Haiti's trees have disappeared, soil erosion and landslides have become more common. The earth can't hold the often torrential downpours. Flooding leads to waterborne diseases like cholera, as well as food shortages, because the land is so degraded.
But there is hope. In the valley in front of me, 2,000 farmers have come together to transform Haiti and restore the countryside by planting trees and building a greener future.
Near the city of Gonaives, there are 2,000 farmers here, and so far, they've planted more than 2 million trees. We meet the co-founders of Smallholder Farmers Alliance. Hugh Locke and Timothée Georges created a farming co-op with a simple formula: plant trees, half for profit and half for reforestation.
Farmers in Haiti have never been on the table discussing environmental problems. Now they have this opportunity.
And how long does it take them to get this large?
About 5 months.
5 months to get to this point?
Sure.
And how many trees are here in the nursery?
We have about 200 dozen here.
200,000. Wow.
For the last 3 years, they've provided education, seed, and tools, and this poor community has become both self-sufficient and self-financed agroforesters.
You have to be able to help farmers have more income from their crop side. So that's why we realized it needed to be the two combined, forestry and agriculture in the form of agroforestry. One of the very first people to step forward and say that he was willing to work with us was Philippe. So he's been an outstanding part of the whole operation.
Bonjour. Philippe. Merci beaucoup.
Philippe graciously welcomes me at his front gate. While we don't speak the same language, I can understand most of his French Creole.
Alors c'est votre maison
Oui,
ici,
votre maison
votre
ici.
famille.
He takes me to his seed barn, the essence of his success. Farmers receive a certain amount of seed from the cooperative at the beginning of the season, and at the end, they're expected to give that same amount back. The excess is theirs to sell and support their families.
So it's an increase in their standard of living and in their ability to both feed their family and take care of their community.
Philippe vous présente la famille.
La famille.
I first met a proud farmer. Now I see a devoted husband and father.
Ici, c'est le grand-mère, le belle-mère.
Le grand-mère, le belle-mère.
Belle-mère.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Grandmother, the mother-in-law.
Ici, c'est enfant, le petit Philippe.
The daughter.
Philippe says being in the co-op has allowed him to put all his children through school.
Justement, on revient à jardin.
À jardin.
À jardin.
Formidable.
Good.
He leads me to his fields.
C'est pas loin.
Non, c'est pas loin. C'est tout près.
Creole is a little rusty, but we're headed towards the big garden, a big farm,
C'est good.
and this is where they grow sorghum.
So good.
Sorghum is a grain crop, and it's big business here. The Smallholder Farmers Alliance is selling sorghum to Heineken. The beer company owns the largest brewery in Haiti, and Philippe's crop is almost ready to be harvested.
Petit minute, attention. Vas-y. Le Alliance.
Sorghum.
Sur la terre.
D'accord.
On the way back, Philippe reflects on his changing fortunes.
C'était difficile avant.
C'était difficile avant tout. C'était très difficile.
Life before working with the Smallholder Alliance was, in a word, difficult, very difficult. And now life has changed completely for them, and it's become much easier, and there's hope for the future.
He tells me how Hurricane Sandy damaged this area last year, but the co-op was able to pay for their own relief operation. He says they were the only community in Haiti to do so. And now they're preparing for future storms.
What the farmers are doing is actually going back and replanting trees on the mountainsides to prevent the types of flash floods that come from these hurricanes. And in fact, they're going to be doing, aujourd'hui, they're going to be doing a planting this afternoon, and we're being invited along.
In this corner of Haiti at least, the sun is filtered through a canopy of trees, a symbol of nature restored and prosperity. Daily life no longer seems to be a struggle to survive. And Philippe's story is one of thousands here.
C'était nous vieilles. Nous capables de produire, manger. Si tu as la volonté, nous besoin. Solidarité.
This is impressive. C'est impressionnant.
It's a rare success story in Haiti, a community trying to pull themselves up and look after their surroundings. The Smallholder Farmers Alliance started it off, but it soon took flight.
We've taken 2,000 farmers and over 3 years transformed them into an agroforestry cooperative. So the farmers themselves manage to grow 1 million trees a year in 8 nurseries and then coordinate the transplanting of those trees onto the farmers' land and community land.
Today they've invited me to plant trees with them. And it's all very well organized. Farmer Philippe and I hand out the baby trees. It's an event for the entire family.
Oh, merci. This young guy just put soil back into a plastic bag and gave it to me. He's trying to help. I love it. I'm gonna put this over here.
And then we leave in a procession.
Route de délivrance là, c'est travail la terre. Production nationale, c'est la terre. Pour nous avons l'autre Haïti. Et on Haïti, on espérer pour petit panneau, pour petit pays.
This community volunteers to plant these trees and thousands of others in hopes they will one day protect their land from major storms. When we get to the top of the hill, you can sense the excitement. And at the same time, see that the next generation is getting some important lessons.
Some of the kids have already started to take my tree apart. They're really very excited about this. Bon, Philippe, vous m'aidez? Alors, on lève comme ça.
We plant our young trees by hand.
This area has been giving the locals a lot of trouble during rainstorms and hurricanes. There's been a lot of erosion and flash floods that come down here. And so the locals have terraced the land to help prevent that erosion whenever there's lots of rains or hurricanes going through. There we go.
What I hadn't counted on was that the community would be transformed, because suddenly there was hope and there was a structure. And so the community had a way to deal with issues. So that's been, to me, the most rewarding thing, is seeing that community transformation.
We are in one global environment, and to continue living friendly with it, we have to protect it. It's about life, about protecting their dreams.
They may not look like much now, but there is hope here that they will become big and strong. And I can see the impact right now.
Nous sommes en train de rêver ça, il va camper au bout de route. Il continue à faire chemin pour bien-être et avenir plantaire. Tout le monde est capable d'aller à l'école, à partir de l'agriculture, on est capable de travailler la terre, et pour nous capables de produire, manger pour le pays. Pour nous exporter, nous vendre dans l'autre pays qui a besoin de tout.
There is no doubt that this poor and crowded country faces a mountain of problems. But its farmers in the country and the slums, some of the country's most forgotten people, now hold the seeds for a greener, brighter future. Here in Haiti, hope is growing.